Hey there, everybody. Happy hump day, as always. What's going on? Whew. Good to be back. Good to be back. Hopefully you guys have had a pretty good week. Hey, what's up, Gucci? How are you, man? Leading in with the daddy. That's kind of weird, but awesome. We'll take it. What's up? What the hell is up? How's school going? Sounded like you were kind of getting pounded. But hopefully it's smoothing out a little bit. Well, back after the wonderful AMA session with the Reddit MCAT. If you guys caught that, I hope you enjoyed it. You put your soul in the mist. It's a great place for it to be. With all of the others. The numerous other souls in the mist. Hey, Ping Pong, what's up, dude? Yeah, it was a good Q&A session. Sorry I missed Sunday. We had an epic Settlers of Catan marathon that ran way later than I thought it was going to. So, yeah. And we also started like 2 hours later than I thought we were going to as well. So that didn't help. Not cool. Hey, what's going on? I assume that's Nick. You guys change your names so freaking often, but hi. In any event. Monk block, you scored exactly average. Hey, dude. C equals MD, as they say. Which is not entirely... It's not the whole... It is a Nick. Yeah, that's not the whole story, the C equals MD thing, but, you know. Doesn't say what kind of MD, right? But at least you're there. At least you're doing it. Nobody's up your ass to pass your classes or whatever. Your average is 84. Jesus Christ. Well, that's pretty good. I would say. Water tile with an empty tire. You guys, just let me think. I just want to think about my freaking lake. You don't have ABC. Someone is up your ass. That's real weird. Why are you watching my stream? Oh, you're struggling with Heme? Heme is hard. I thought Heme was really challenging. I thought that was a pretty tough block. All of the different, like, links between genetics and, you know, that sort of stuff that was really hard for me to keep straight. So did you guys see that a Twitch streamer recently got banned for having sex live on stream? I thought that was hilarious. People just like constantly pushing the envelope. I don't know if it was like straight up porn or if it's like just her face or what, but... You saw the video? Is it just her like trying to stream and she's just like getting it on or something? You can't see. Oh yeah, here I'll change the. Yeah, sorry, the size of the chat changes every now and then. Like whenever I update anything, it's a freaking disaster. Oh, come on, chat. There we go. So you have to go in here and blow this up. Oh, nope, it's not that one. It's this one. You have to blow this up. Then go refresh this bitch over here. Refresh. There we go. Much better. That is a huge hassle. I don't know why that happens. But sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know, though. You just see the reflection in the window and they pander. Oh, God. When am I trying that? I am never trying that. That sounds like... Just based on the... I mean, look at my room. Look at what's behind me. How am I going to make that happen? I mean, I'd have to get really creative. I guess that's worth... Like, honestly, that might be worth a challenge, right? To, like, try to make it clear that that's what's going on without it actually being just, like, straight up porn. I don't know, maybe that's worth my effort. How many channel points? So is this a redemption thing now? So like, I'll have Cockroach Princess up in here like redeeming a porn stream every fucking 5 minutes? Actually, I kind of like the idea. Let's do it. Finally got Path of Exile. Fantastic. Yes, you earned it. Thank you for watching so much of my stream that you finally earned a free copy of a free game. So proud of you. That is dedication. Truly dedicated to the cause. Ooh, 2 big booms. Oh, what's killing me? Something's killing me. Don't know what it is. Still don't know what it is. Okay. Your second free copy, so you'll hold the giveaway. So are you gonna do the porn stream? Is that what you're doing? You're gonna steal my thunder? I mean, that's cool, man. Like, there's plenty of room for that. Oh. Wow. Suddenly die. That's always fun. Oh, man. So, yeah, if you guys didn't hear, there was an anesthesiologist in Texas who apparently was injecting stuff into IV bags. And I have not actually, like, I've heard that this happened, but I don't know anything about the story. So I figured I would read about that tonight. And we can talk about what happened. Clearly it's something like, you know, pretty dangerous, like a paralytic or something. You heard about that in class today? Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty fucked up situation. Like, I think he killed his colleague, right? I think somebody he worked with, like, took an IV bag home and used it and, like, died. And I think he was at a surgery center, and I think there were a whole bunch of, like, basically healthy people who had all sorts of, like, crazy complications. And in case you're unaware, like, patients at surgery centers, like, have to be really healthy to even, like, qualify to have their surgeries there. So that is very unusual. You know, usually they're, like, youngish, healthy people with, like, minimal medical histories.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
You know, having smaller surgeries. So yeah, for a surgery center to have multiple complications is very unusual. Oh yeah, I was fighting the boss. Whoops. Can I flex my arms on stream? Sure. I don't want you to get too hot and heavy, though. That was just one arm. That's just a taste. Which Patagonia should you get? Oh man, hard to go wrong, right? I guess it sort of depends on how warm you need it to be. Muscle milk. Yes, excellent. If you're somewhere where it gets like truly cold, I would get one of those like reflective ones that has the like I don't even know what material it is, but the like metal on the inside that like reflects all the heat back to you. Those things are crazy warm and they are amazing. I love them. Oh, there's still another boss to be killed. There he is. The quarter zip. Why would you do that? Let's see. I'll pick that up. Do I want either of those? Probably not. Oh, is it like a school thing? Let you choose between full zip and quarter zip? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I would want something that I could, like, fully take on and off without having to, like, pull it over my head. But, hey, teach his own, right? Pockets are so not overrated. That's bullshit, and you know it. Pockets are freaking amazing. How else are you gonna lose candy bars? Next soon to be neuro-optho-cardiovascular ENT doc? Oh, that's a pretty good job. Very ambitious. What is that? Chinsol? Don't care. Ooh, void battery. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, we were giving there's a guy in my group who's like, for lack of a better descriptor, kind of a loose cannon. And we were giving him shit because we were like, hey, man. Is this you? Is this article about you? Would I ever consider taking medical students? I think so. I'm not sure if we'd actually do like a proper rotation, but yeah, I mean, you're like anybody can come in shadow as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you have to do to like make a rotation like accredited, if that makes sense. Like, so you actually get credit for being there. I have no idea how to go about doing that. I'm sure the medical staff office would have to be pretty heavily involved. So I think the only medical students that we actually have at our hospital are like doing internal medicine and family practice and stuff like that. Let's see. Are there any that match that? Okay, cool. Well, that was worth crafting life on, wasn't it? Put up for 15C. The article about streamer having sex on stream. If you ever have time off, you'd love to swing by. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Doesn't hurt to make connections. Sorry, I'm outing you on stream. But I figure that's not the most private discussion. Yeah, I don't know. Where did I see there? I think I saw that on Twitter, as I recall. Twitch is like imploding right now, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that. There's all sorts of crazy shit happening in Twitch, in the like little Twitch sphere, which if you think about it really is not a big deal on, you know, to like the world. Nobody gives a fuck. Because Twitch has like 6 million users or something, as opposed to YouTube's 2 billion. But like some of the top streamers are like, you know, shockingly turning out to be really shitty people and are getting called on it. Twitch banned gambling as changing their revenue policy. So that's a common misconception. They did not ban gambling. They banned gambling on sites that are not approved in the US. And they used some more specific language to that. But basically, it's sort of a half measure, because most of the people, like especially the ones at the top of the pyramid who are gambling, are not using any of those sites. They are using approved gambling sites. So, or like, yeah, I've forgotten what the exact wording is. Let's look at this here. Which can I close? I can close this. Ziggy D, by the way, if you guys don't know who Ziggy D is, he's a great streamer. He's primarily a Path of Exile guy, but he does like a whole bunch of variety stuff. So if you're like looking for some cool games, he plays a lot of them. He plays a lot of like weird indie games and shit. So Asmongold has it figured out. Just do a hype stream for 4 to 6 hours where he reacts. Oh yeah, absolutely. And he's got editors and everything like ready to just clip that shit out. He makes so much money, man. That guy, he is so freaking set up. It's just unbelievable. I have no idea what I was looking up. What the fuck was I looking up? Oh, the gambling policy, yeah. On CNBC, really? Why did that make CNBC? There we go. So, a personal pet peeve of mine is when tweets become news. I think that's the dumbest shit ever. Anyway. Gambling content on Twitch, blah blah blah, policy update, prohibits streaming of gambling sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games that aren't licensed either in the US or other jurisdictions that provide sufficient consumer protection, right? So, meh. Not really, it's pretty far from a wholesale ban of gambling, basically, is the point. So there are definitely ways around it. Stake is a huge one. See, I know nothing about this. So yeah, so effectively they didn't ban anything at all, right? Because there will be plenty of other sites to take their place, or those places will just get, you know, appropriately licensed to fit those criteria, and life will go on for all of these people who are making a shitload of money gambling on stream. But yeah, and then there are a couple streamers who are like accused of, you know, sexual misconduct or like harassment, that sort of stuff. It's just like the hits keep coming. Yeah, I think XQC and Trainwrecks are gonna get hit by that, but I'm sure they'll move. They'll just pivot. Do I find it annoying to get questions about mid-level provider encroachment? Not really, because I just don't think it's an issue. And then everybody's like super indignant when I'm like, when I say that, they're like, well, I think you're underestimating how serious it is. Like, okay, maybe I am. What if I am? Like, okay, I'm not losing my job anytime soon.
Release my border. Kill for me. Live on.
Ow! Ooh, that guy recovers health really fast. That sucks. What you want? Oh. Why, yes. You may have my former armor. No, did not talk about the Texas doc yet, but thank you very much for linking me that, by the way. I had heard about it, but I hadn't seen any articles or anything. No, we're talking about me doing a porn stream and Twitch gambling bans and all that sort of shit. Which I think is really interesting, actually. I was, I've listened to a few, like, YouTube videos about the whole gambling thing, and basically, like, those streamers get paid so much money by those sites because it's basically a way for the gambling sites to, like, circumvent normal advertising laws and, like, regarding gambling. And their, like, conversion rate basically is just freaking through the roof. Like, absolutely astounding. So, having somebody put that content online, you know, somebody well-known with, like, a rep, having them put that online is, like, worth so freaking much money. I don't know the, veracity of this, but I saw that a number thrown out that Trainwrecks has a $12 million a year contract with whatever site he uses. I guess it's Stake, according to Gucci. Jesus Christ. So bad. Please die. How much money would it take me to do a sex tape? I would do it for Kardashian money, that's for damn sure. It seems to have worked out pretty freaking well for her.
When I'm ready, I'm not prepared.
He lost 30 million last 12 streams, though? Oh my god, really? Like, he gambled away that much of his own money? Holy shit. I didn't realize that. Oh, Roas are scary. And I have no life regeneration. Oh my god. Ah. Yeah, I don't know how he's worth that much, to be honest. Like, he's one of the most successful streamers. He probably just has a really lucrative contract with Twitch and has a really lucrative contract with these gambling sites. Jesus. These guys hurt. Ow. Ow. This, ooh. My all-time favorite game list. Oh, that's a great question. I'll have to think about that. Here, let me get through this clusterfuck of essence monsters here real quick. I don't know that I can actually kill these guys. Especially not with the ground getting at me.
Just in time.
Well, that sucks. It's a lot of potential income pissed away. Uh-oh. Ah! If my kids want a dog, will I ever let them have one? No, no chance. I am kind of like mildly allergic to dogs, but my wife is like heinously allergic to them. She would be a complete mess all the time. I think she would actually be more prone to saying yes than I am, because she's like a huge animal person. Mostly cats. She's mostly a crazy cat lady. But yeah, that ain't happening.
Chasing death.
Woo. Alright, let's get those maps. And get, well, let's see. Man, I am fucking squishy. Okay. If my kids wanted to be doctors, would I help them be what? No, I don't want him to be a doctor. I think it's a terrible lifestyle. And the way, like, the competitiveness is going, it's, I mean, the chance that you actually get to do what you want to do is dropping through the floor. But yeah, if he decided that's what he wanted to do, I'll support him in doing whatever the hell he wants. I don't care. Any tips for head and neck? Head and neck is tough. Know your neuroanatomy really well. That's what got me. All the like tracts, the like brain tracts and stuff was super difficult for me. I've never understood that, to be honest. Oh. That's pretty good. Yeah, lots of time in the anatomy lab. My kid wanted to be a drag queen, but I support him dressing up in drag. I'd encourage him to do it in a smart way, like in a supportive environment. I don't care what he does, man. If it makes him happy and he's not, like, being unsafe, who gives a shit? Haven't gotten into tracts. You did your undergrad in neuro. Well, that'll be nice. That will definitely be helpful. I don't know how much that's worth. You're in head neck too, and it's hell. It's hard, dude. It is definitely hard. I love all skill gems. Let's just see what that's worth by itself. Let's see what else was on there. Oh, wow, that's much better than I thought. Okay, cool. Yep, just put that up for, we'll see. Dude vines. See if anybody wants it. Pretty cool. Double majored in neuro and psych. Okay, fair enough. Getting into these games seems like such a task. I'm telling you, dude, Last Epoch is a much better bet, honestly. I mean, this is a really fun game, and I can get you some good builds and like resources to follow. You have to follow a build guide, or else you're just gonna hate your freaking life. But yeah, it's tough. It is a challenge to get into, that's for sure. Okay, so top 5 video games. Top 5 games ever. And then we'll talk about Dr. Death. Okay, so Final Fantasy 3 or 6, depending on how you classify it, has to be one. One of them, that is. So Final Fantasy 3, Diablo 2, StarCraft. Hang on one second. Yes. Well, that's okay, buddy. Just go back to bed. It's okay. Sorry about that. Hey, Kimmer, what's up, dude? How are you? Oh, yeah, Final Fantasy stream one day? I'm not opposed to that. I love that game, dude. That was fantastic. So, yeah, that, StarCraft. What else did I say? Oh, Diablo 2. Yeah, Diablo 2 for sure. So that's 3. Chrono Trigger. What would be the 5th one? You wish you had that growing up? Oh, well, I mean, there's no reason to be mean to him. He's just screwing around. He's just a little kid. Damn. What else? Oh, Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, Super Smash Brothers. Has to be on that list too. The original. Yep. I'll stick with that. I played an insane amount of GoldenEye for N64. Mario Kart, also huge. Warcraft 2, I guess. Those would be in my top 10. I don't know. I'd have to really sit down and think about that, but I'm happy with the list I put out. That'll work. It's the pediatrics rotation. Yeah, it's the perpetual pediatrics rotation. It's an 18-year rotation. Soon to be reset. For another 18 years. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. It's that'll do pig to you. Oh. Oh, what the f... I'm a good dad. I try freaking hard, man. Being a parent sucks. It's a lot of effort. All the time. Let's see. Link to the Past, Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64 is great. StarCraft 2. Okay. Yeah, Star Fox 64 was really cool. Definitely put a lot of time into that one, too. Ooh, that's good. I'll take that. What should you get for dinner? What are your options? Give me a top 3. Give me a top 3, and we'll pick what you have for dinner. Live on stream. Taco Bell, fuck that. Fuck Taco Bell. I don't know though, are you extremely high? Are you like paralyzingly high? If so, then Taco Bell is your answer. Will it be difficult for you to actually activate an app on your phone to get the Taco Bell? If so, then that's what you need to order. Woo! That's a lot of money right there. 20-inch pizza will be your food for 4 days. Yeah, well, I mean, the 20-inch pizza is tough to go against, man. I developed a real problem with 20-inch pizzas in college because there was a place called Gumby's, and I think they're like a nationwide or at least an East Coast like college town chain. And they had I don't know if it was a 20-inch. It might have even been bigger than that. It might have been a 24-inch pizza for $8. it was insanely big. It was like 6 meals worth of food for hungry, irresponsible college guys. So we just order one of those and eat on it for like a couple days. It was gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. Gumby's was great in college? Yeah, absolutely, man. Have to say 4-inch pizza is pretty big too. That is not what she said. That isn't what she said. Sorry.
I become less angry when I see you this fool.
Maven, you're so moody.
Like in the red water sprays.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, Gumby's was the shit, man. Yeah, Costco, so it's a better deal than Costco, but Costco's pizza is actually, like, really good. Gumby's is dog shit. It's terrible pizza, but it is cheap. Damn, is it cheap. But Costco's, like, actually good quality pizza. I think I enjoy Costco food way more than I should. Like, their alcohol is actually really high quality. It's sort of like the cast-off of high-end distilleries. Like, their vodka is Grey Goose that's distilled 1 less time. So it's like 5 times instead of 6, or 6 instead of 7, something like that. So it's basically the same thing. It is like, it's literally in the same distillery. Can't beat a hot dog and soda combo? Yeah, for $1.50. Yeah, the chicken wraps are pretty good, and they're just their straight up rotisserie chickens. I mean, how you gonna beat that, dude? It's $5 for a whole chicken. You went to Costco twice. I went there the other day just to pick up a chicken actually, and they got a shipment of like high-end bourbons in there. So if that's your thing, go check out Costco right now. They've got Whistle Pig, Angel's Envy, ooh, and a couple others that I can't remember, but they're all good. Giga hard to get alcohol into Costco because how selected they are? Oh, yeah, I believe that. Yeah, all their stuff is really high-end, man. It's delicious. Holy Templars? Sure. Oh, so much shit I don't want to fight. Okay. Costco's there don't sell hard liquor. You should move immediately. That is a non-starter, sir. you need to relocate as soon as humanly possible. Costco is where I get all of my liquor. I mean, they sell really nice stuff for a good price. Like, we went to, like, directly to an Angel's Envy distributor and bought a bottle of their rye, which is an awesome rye whiskey, by the way. I usually don't like rye very much, but this is fantastic. And it was $85. Now, I know most of you probably aren't in the market for an $85 bottle of liquor, but at Costco it's $70. So still outrageously expensive, but still really good. I'm stuck here for 8 years. No! No! I'm so sorry. Chaos damage. Ooh, that's an expensive ring. Thank you, Essence Monster. I'm gonna slap that up for a divine. Yes, I am. Let's see how it goes. Pretty sure the Kansas one doesn't have any, but the Missouri one does. Really? The Costco in Kansas doesn't sell hard liquor? Oh, that's terrible. I had no idea. That is a damn shame. Did I finish this? No, I don't think I did. Oh, yep, I did. Yeah, Costco is my jam, dude. They have really good meat too, by the way. Like they often have USDA Prime meat there for a very reasonable price. Usually when I smoke, that's where I get my meat. Everybody loves good meat inside of them. It's the only way to fly. Meat. Yeah, all the briskets that I've gotten there are absolutely fire, man. They're delicious. What is this? Vault now? Okay. Yeah, we'll do a vault. You know, I don't think I've actually had fish from Costco, but I believe it. I believe that it's delicious. Oh, you have a good ramen place nearby? Yeah, so Costco is better now because they used to, it's better for membership mooching because they used to ask for ID and your card, and now you can just go to the self-check. So for one, they don't do that anymore. They just ask for your card, and you can go to the self-checkout and just scan the card. Oh, they're like pre-smoked salmon is good? Interesting, interesting.
When I'm ready.
I'll have to give that a try.
Godslayer.
Oh, god damn it. I just want to go on the map. Ooh, I have fresh Kleenex. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I guess this stream had a theme. Maybe we should get to that. Okay. So this is the, sort of... This I have read. Or, wait, have I? No, I have not read this. With a senior membership card instead of his Costco card? Nice. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah, so this is the, Aranis linked this to me in Discord. So let's see. This is, you know, from NBC, so I expect this to be not super useful. Reynaldo Rivera Ortiz Jr. was arrested Wednesday, charged with tampering with a consumer product and intentionally adulterating drugs. Could lead to life behind bars. Got it. So he'd been suspended in the wake of a criminal investigation. Yeah, so he killed his partner, basically. Indirectly killed his partner. You got the TSA accepting a Costco membership in place of an ID? Jesus. Can I zoom in? Oh, yeah, sorry. I forget the zoom is messed up for you guys. There you go. And here's the, if you want to just actually read it, there's the link. Autopsy revealed she was the victim of a lethal dose of bupivacaine. So, for those of you who are unaware, bupivacaine is... So, most local anesthetics basically work by disabling sodium channels in your cells, which basically stops, like, nerves from firing. Or muscles from contracting, really. So, your heart has sodium channels in it, and that, like, if you guys have learned about cell bio and stuff, it basically just, you know, stops, like, the electrical current in your cells. That's the short version of the story. Prevents them from creating an action potential. But, yeah, so, it does the same thing to your heart. So if you get a whole bunch of local anesthetic in your heart, then it disrupts your heart function. And bupivacaine is actually one of the worst about that, and I'm not sure why. For obvious reasons, that's a little hard to study directly. But yeah, bupivacaine is actually one of the ones that's like toughest to deal with. So if you have an arrhythmia from bupivacaine, that sucks. That sucks a lot. So yeah, it sounds like he just like put bupivacaine. Oh, here we go. A saline IV bag used in the teens. Oh, this is a different person though. On or about August 24th, an 18-year-old male patient experienced cardiac emergency during a scheduled surgery. Was intubated, transferred to a local ICU. Saline bag had epi, bupivacaine, and lidocaine in it. Yeah, amiodarone is a crazy drug. It is a super complex drug. Yeah, if you're interested, look into LAST. Yeah. Basically, the answer is you give your patient, like, the treatment for local anesthetic toxicity is epinephrine and something called, oh shit, it's the, like, fat infusion. Why am I blanking on what this is called? Yes, amiodarone has like a 3-month half-life or something. It's super long. This is bothering me. Local anesthetic toxicity. What is it called? Lipid emulsion, blah, blah, blah. Intralipid. That's what it's fucking called. Jesus Christ. Why was that so hard? Intralipid. Yeah, so you give them something called intralipid, which is basically just like a fat infusion, and it helps get the local anesthetic like away from the muscle cells, basically. Has he said why he did it? I don't believe so. I also forgot the name for it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I've actually never had to use it, which is fortunate. I've seen local anesthetic toxicity at least twice. For sure twice. Maybe more than that. But both times it was a seizure and not cardiac. And we basically just gave the patient Versed and they were fine. So this, I saw this. This is a much more in-depth description of what happened. So we'll go through here. Yeah, vecuronium Versed. It's an easy mistake. You could totally make that. Anybody could make that mistake. Last hospital you were in when Jayco, the intralipid was expired. Uh-oh. That's actually really bad because intralipid, like lipid stuff, is a really good bacterial medium. So if it's expired, that's bad juju. Okay, so Dallas anesthesiologist injected nerve blocking agents into IV bags. So what I had heard, we'll see what this article says. What I had heard is that he basically was just randomly injecting IV bags. Like, they just had a supply of them sitting out, and he'd just, like, go inject drugs into them randomly. Let's see. Tampering with a consumer product causing death and intentional drug adulteration. According to the criminal complaint, 55-year-old female coworker, yeah, she died after she treated herself for dehydration using an IV bag of saline. That's a fucking bummer. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's totally no reason to do that, right? Is it a Jayco violation to be totally out of a med because you ran out of ketamine? Well, I mean, ketamine's not really considered like a life-saving medication, I don't think. Here's a suspension if No, I don't think it was just cases. Like, I think the reason that they were suspicious of him is that they had like a rash of like bad outcomes at this surgery center, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. So let's see here. So this is the 18-year-old that they talked about. Chemical analysis of a fluid from the saline bag revealed bupi, epi, and lido. Okay. According to the complaint, surgical center personnel concluded that the incidents involving these two people, suggested a pattern of intentional adulteration. They identified 10 additional unexpected cardiac emergencies that occurred during otherwise unremarkable surgeries between May and August. Wow. Wow, that's a really short period of time. May, June, July, August. Fuck, over 4 months they had 10 cardiac complications. Yeah, that'll definitely raise some eyebrows, especially at a surgery center. What was his goal, even if he was being malicious? I don't know. It just seems like a really fucked up thing to do, and I agree with you. It sounds like some sort of, like, terrible psychotic break or something. Who the fuck knows? Like, I don't know why you would ever inject those things into a IV bag. Yeah, trying to get CRNAs fired? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. In each of those cases, which investigators believed, okay, medical personnel were able to stabilize the patient only through use of emergency measures. Yeah, so like I said, I have literally never used intralipid. So if they, I mean, it'd be pretty unusual to expect, or much less to treat, local anesthetic toxicity in somebody who you didn't expect to have had that happen. So, you know, they probably just treated it symptomatically. Like, they gave the patients epinephrine and, like, you know, hydrated them, shocked them if they needed to. Which, the tricky thing about local anesthetic toxicity is that the cardiac problems it causes are very resistant to, like, traditional like ACLS. So, like, it's you can't really shock people because there's no action potential to be generated in their cells. It's very ineffective. I mean, it's worth a shot, but it's probably not going to work. You basically have to do something about the local anesthetic, especially in the case of bupivacaine. Let's see. Complaint alleges that none of the cardiac incidents occurred during Dr. Ortiz's surgeries. Yeah, there you go. So this is just like random ass people's bags. And they began just 2 days after Dr. Ortiz was notified of a disciplinary inquiry stemming from an incident during which he allegedly deviated from the standard of care, quote, during an anesthesia procedure when a patient experienced a medical emergency. I wish they mentioned what that was. That'd be interesting. Complaint further alleges that Dr. Ortiz, who had a history of disciplinary actions against him, expressed concern to other physicians over the disciplinary action at the facility and complained that the center was trying to crucify him. So it sounds like he just kind of like snapped. He was kind of like a weird dude on the edge anyway. A nurse who worked on one of Dr. Ortiz's surgeries allegedly told law enforcement that Ortiz refused an IV bag that she retrieved. So he wanted to, like... So I guess he knew which ones had stuff in them? I don't know. Surveillance showed Ortiz placing IV bags into the stainless steel bag warmer. Let's see. So they experienced, they've filmed him acting really freaking suspect. And then a 56-year-old woman suffered a cardiac emergency during a scheduled cosmetic surgery. So, like, during a small surgery. Shit. Complaint alleges in another instance, agents observed Ortiz exiting his operating room carrying an IV bag concealed in a paper folder, swap it with another bag from the warmer, and walk away. What the fuck? And then a half hour later, a 54-year-old woman had a cardiac emergency. Jesus. The defendant surreptitiously injected heart-stopping drugs into patient IV bags, decimating the Hippocratic Oath. Oh no, not the Hippocratic Oath. Let's see. Criminal complaint is merely an allegation of criminal conduct, not evidence. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's terrifying. That is some seriously scary shit. Now, what's this?
So take my hand, don't be afraid. Just do your best, just do your best.
That's hilarious. That is good stuff. Okay, so this is really scary for lots of reasons, right? So, you know, first off, obviously, like, oh, what the hell happened there? Obviously, you trust, you know, that your physicians are gonna, you know, not actively kill you. That's kind of a big deal. So, you know, the fact that there's this dude, like, running around poisoning people's IV bags, basically, is just awful. And, like, I can't imagine how all the other anesthesiologists felt when they're just, like, having this rash of cardiac events. Great timing after COVID, too, yeah. But yeah, they're having, like, all these cardiac events in these healthy patients, like, you know, that absolutely pinged the radar, I guarantee it. You know, so they were looking into that. Like, I promise they were looking into that in their group. Because that's so many. That is so many cardiac incidents in a surgery center. They should sue him. Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure that'll be a class action suit. And the insurance company will just shit money all over the place to get out from under that one. But yeah, and that's one of those things that, like, you can't prevent that. There's no way that you would have been able to tell that your bag had, like, been fucked with, because, like, those are, you know, clear medications. IV bags, in case you don't know, IV bags have, like, a little port that's, like, self-sealing on them. Here, I'll show you. Oh, and I'm sorry I read that all without zooming in. It looks really big to me, but I forget that you guys can't see it. Sorry. Anyway, I read it aloud, so whatever. What do you want from me? So yeah, so if you look at this, so this is where, like, you pull this little cap off, and then you do what's called spike it. There's like a spike that attaches to, like, the tubing, the IV tubing, and you put it in there. There's like a little port for it, but this is actually like a little self-healing thing that you can inject stuff into this bag if you want to make, like, a drip or something out of a medication. So there's no way to tell that that's been punctured, you know, assuming the bag is already open. A lot of these bags come in, like, other plastic bags, so, you know, you could tell if that had been punctured. But if it's just this bag sitting out, then you can't see that. You'd have no way of knowing that that had been done. And again, like, if, you know, these patients haven't, like, had, like, a nerve block or something like that, that you would expect, you know, that local anesthetic toxicity was possible, that wouldn't even cross your mind. I mean, it's pretty low on the differential, even if somebody did have, like, a nerve block where you inject them with a whole bunch of local anesthesia, because it just hardly ever happens. So that's scary. And those are things, like, we rack our brains over, you know, like, when your patient has a bad outcome, that's, like, it sucks, you know, you feel really bad about it, because you don't want people to get hurt on your watch. And, you know, like I said, if these are all, like, other people's patients, you know, it sounds like he spread the love a fair bit, and so everybody's having these, you know, bad complications, you know, during small surgeries on healthy people. I mean, 10 in 4 months is a fucking lot. That is a whole lot. So, like, they were looking into that, and they were trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Like, I guarantee you they were looking into, like, you know, changing their practice and, you know, figuring out what was happening. Lots of people felt really bad about that, or, you know, took that really hard, I guarantee it. But yeah, like the breach of trust that that embodies is striking. I mean, there are so many people who are just terrified of going to the doctor to begin with, and then shit like that happens. You know, that's why I titled this Dr. Death 2.0, because like it's another version of that, right? Like you think your surgeon is gonna come and like fix you up, and then all of a sudden like, oh hey, look, you're paralyzed. That sucks, doesn't it? Sorry. Okay. Yeah, something as simple as an IV bag is gonna kill you. I mean, damn. I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of that. Like, I think that would probably be a pretty uncomfortable way to die, honestly. Like, if you're getting it in a, I mean, the patients who were asleep obviously didn't have a problem, but like the anesthesiologist who like went home and gave herself an IV, I mean, like she probably was like feeling weird, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh shit, my heart. And then just like couldn't get her back. That's nuts. So what I initially thought is that being a surgeon makes your stomach curl. You don't know why people do it? Oh yeah, the residency is terrible. Yeah, I don't know why people put up with that either, to be honest. I mean, being a surgeon is pretty awesome. It's a pretty sweet job, but like just conceptually it's a sweet job. But yeah, I don't know why people do that. But yeah, I figured what was happening is he was like injecting paralytic into these bags, which obviously would do the trick. But it's a little bit more obvious that that's the case. It's like if you're getting weak, you know it's probably paralysis. It's also easier to deal with because you just like put a breathing tube in somebody and they ride it out. You also don't like anatomy lab surgery, sounds worse. Yeah. I mean, I didn't care for anatomy lab, but I think the anatomy is pretty interesting. Oh yeah, get used to the identifying parts of animals you eat. that's a permanent fixture in your life now, man. Like if you've ever barbecued ribs, you know that you have to remove what most cooks refer to as the membrane from your ribs if you want them to be really tender. The membrane is the pleura, and now you can't ever forget that. You will never ever forget that. So I'm Milkman L. I am here to ruin your dinner. That's what I do. Yeah, that's inescapable, man. You will forever think of your food as anatomical parts. Your professor mentioned that it's a pleura to you. Yeah, see, he's just getting out ahead of me. He's just making sure that you can't ever eat anything ever again. All your lower limb questions refer to the peroneus instead of the fibularis. Okay. Oh, you finally ended the ophthalmoscope saga, huh? Oh. You get back here, you little shit. There we go. You ordered at the beginning of August. Awesome. Well, it's here just in time for you to never ever need it. That's perfect. Yeah, I don't know why they have you get that. You'll never use that.
Good job, Exo.
Yeah, you had the vintage ones are pretty cool, actually. I kind of like the
I'm ready.
medical history stuff. So I went to a I forgot what it's called. It's like oddities and curiosities or something expo, where, you know, people show up with like weird, you know, animal fetuses, preserved animal fetuses and bones and all this like gruesome art and stuff, and there's like freak shows and all that sort of thing. And one of the vendors there had like old medical equipment. It was super cool. I ended up talking with him for a while about it. One of the things that they had was like a huge like Tupperware container, like giant storage bin full of old speculums, which was hilarious. I was like, I guess I know what I'm getting my wife for Christmas. Here, honey, it's a giant box of speculums, just what you always wanted. Try them on. 1992 edition of First Aid. I think that might not be useful anymore. Yeah, some of that stuff's really cool. Doesn't mention antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Awesome. Try them out on stream. There you go. See, now we're just circling back around to the earlier porn topic. That would be very challenging. To yeah, that would be hard. Hard to do covertly. We can figure it out, though. J. Marion Sims story? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Oh, where's the last guy? God damn it. Oh, there he is. Hello! Father of gynecology. God. I mean, somebody's got to get up in there. In case shit goes wrong. Invented the modern-ish procedure for fistula repair. The modern-ish procedure. Oh, experimented on enslaved women. Yeah, that's not... You know, maybe medical experiments on unwilling participants is not super cool. I feel pretty safe in saying that. Ah, come on now. This looks like Hades. Yeah. This tile set, yeah. I can see that. I should play Hades. I've actually never played Hades. Hades looks amazing. And it got, like, it was a game of the year, right? Got a lot of accolades. What size notebook is good to bring for preceptorship? Really small. Like, as small as you can handle it. Like, if it doesn't fit in your pocket, don't bring it. Yeah, Hades looks badass. There's so many... Here, let's look at my Steam library. There's so much shit that I haven't played. It's just unbelievable. Like, I've picked up a whole bunch of games on, you know, random sales and stuff. Alright, here we go. So, a lot of these I have played, but a lot I definitely have not. Yours is probably worse. I just kind of cut myself off, to be honest. I was like, I'm just going to stop buying stuff. Probably about 3 years ago. I was like, I'm not going to buy anything that's like over $5. So I've got Stellaris. Really want to play that. Tainted Grail is really good. This is a sweet game, by the way. This is kind of like a... sort of a mix of like a roguelite and a card game. It's really cool. haven't played hardly any of these. Dawn of War was really good. I haven't played Inquisitor, though. Inquisitor looked cool. I found that, I heard of that on Ziggy's stream that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I've played all the Borderlands games. Those are badass. Starbound is good? Okay, we'll keep an eye out for Starbound. Yeah, man, so much shit. Oh well. One of these days I'll get to play some of those. Some of them. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not. Let's see. That's Witnessed. Arid Lake. Oh, those are terrible. Not gonna run those. How about a grotto map? Been meaning to get back into Starbound, and then you into med school. Whoops. Yeah, you should have plenty of time to do it for now, though. Like, after you kind of get your shit settled, I feel like the first year of med school is a pretty damn good opportunity to get some serious gaming in. Can med students date a professor? No. No, dude. You can't ever date your instructors. That's bad. Bad idea.
When I'm ready.
What do I recommend for excoriation? Like, self-flagellation? Is that what we're talking about here? Like, making yourself hurt so the lesson doesn't hurt quite as much by comparison? You buy games for the dopamine hit and never have time to play them. Yeah, I mean, that's about right. Well, get used to that. That is my life in a nutshell. What do I recommend for exorcism? Healthy dose of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And ketamine. Also ketamine. I recommend ketamine for everything. Ketamine is like anesthesiologist tussin. Ooh, there we go. Black fluid coming out of their nose and ears? What? No. That sounds real bad. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure I learned that in med school at some point. What it makes me think of is rhizopus infection. When you went in for surgery, you asked if they gave you ketamine, and they said no. Oh, that's no fun. Where's their spirit of adventure? I like ketamine. Ketamine's a good drug. I saw an interesting study a long time ago that indicated that if you give like small doses of ketamine to people having total joint replacements, that their recovery is actually way better. Like it helps their initial pain substantially so they can rehab better, like on the first day. And that's just sort of like sets off a kind of chain reaction, you know, like domino effect sort of deal. Like earlier rehab means better rehab, means better recovery, etc. So I mean, what they're really saying is not necessarily that like ketamine is good, but that like better pain control is good, and ketamine is a part of that. Excoriation disorder? Oh. I don't know. That sounds like a psych med option. Like probably like maybe even an antipsychotic or something, like a low dose of Risperdal or Seroquel or something. But I don't know. That's psych is not my domain, so I am the wrong person to ask about that. But more than that, the treatment is like cognitive behavior therapy, right? Like, let's figure out a way to make you stop doing this offending behavior. Like, why are you doing this behavior? Let's think about that, and let's remove triggers. Not necessarily a medication thing, right? Kind of avoid pill popping where possible. Can't excoriate if you're asleep. Oh, now you're talking. I love that solution. And all in in one statement, I figure out that I'm the perfect doctor. I can fix any condition. Oh my god. So good at this, and I didn't even know. Holy shit. Peeled off the skin on your ankle? That sounds bad. CBT is the answer for every side question. Yes, it is. That is true. That is true.
Strongest leaves this gravity.
Yeah, like if you don't know and it's a site question, that's probably the answer. Oh, so speaking of the head and neck, spinal thalamic tract is also the like cognitive behavioral therapy of head and neck anatomy, neuroanatomy. If you don't know, say spinal thalamic tract. It's probably right. Where's the other guy? There he is. Hello. Burn, baby, burn. Ludwig's angina. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of nice buzzwords that, like, everybody loves to include in their tests. I think I've seen, Ludwig's angina once professionally. It's super rare, but it's in every goddamn test you'll ever take. What is that unique that dropped way back yonder? Ooh, I think that's face breakers. Sweet. Milk? Milk is not the answer, unfortunately. I wish it was. That would be pretty cool, though.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Subarachnoid hemorrhage mimicking a STEMI? What? Is spinal thalamic tract same as anterolateral tract? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember any of that shit. I never knew it, even when I was being tested over it, and I definitely don't fucking know it now. You showed me the EKG before? I mean, I've seen, like, weird EKG changes as a result of, like, brain injuries, but I don't know if you have. So what do I know? Not much. Not all that much, my friend. I know Propofol Burr, and that's gotten me this far, so I'm cool. Just send it in disco. Let's see. Acute STEMI. It looks like a PQ elevation. Oh, I guess they're calling this the ST depression, maybe? Huh. That's really weird. It doesn't look like ST elevation to me. Maybe that in leads 1 and 2. Yeah, I could see that. That's a millimeter, right? Maybe. Ish. Your therapist blocked you. That's impressive. You're either doing something extremely right or extremely wrong.
Exile.
Jesus. That's rough, man. I know how your therapist is. I'm sure they have one, right? Isn't that like the cool thing to do? Like all therapists need to unload because they just deal with people's problems all day long. Seems right. The therapist have a therapist? Is this therapistception? Hexproof, cause elemental ailments, have vulnerability. Oh well, let's do it. Burst berry aneurysm. Okay, yeah. It's a never-ending chain of therapists. I wonder if, like, can it be like a therapist circle where, like, eventually you get back to, like, one of those therapists has a therapist and that's your therapist? Or maybe it's you. Maybe you're the therapist. That'd be crazy. Who is that? Oh, that's the dude from the grape trough. Got it. Longer is better. Goddamn right.
Next round. Feel dead.
Oh shit. Start up right next to a boss. That's convenient. Let's see. Ow.
Harder fight. Live on. Live on.
Just running around frantically, igniting stuff as I go. Oh my god. So many things trying to kill me.
Next round.
Next round.
The void hungers. Next round. Longer is better.
Ow.
Time's atrophy.
Alright.
No rest.
One left. Let's do this, baby. Oh, nope.
Feel dead's full.
Last one. Come on now. Yay! Something cool dropped.
The victorious
Crescent
players.
Splinter. Oh, wow. Lots of stuff
How
dropped.
long will I be kept waiting?
Origin Phoenix. Okay. Cool stuff all around. Like it. They'd fallen. Let's see. They'd fallen and hit their head, but we don't know if the aneurysm burst. So they fell, or if it burst because they fell. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can never know that, right? Unless you just had a frickin' like angiogram running on them at the time. It's like, hey, get into CT angio. I think you might be about to fall. Explosive placement range. Increased quantity of vendor refresh currencies. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Wait, what is this? That's all lit up and fancy down here. Oh, it's just that. Not interesting. Did you know you can compress your oculomotor nerve from an aneurysm of a posterior cerebral and superior cerebral artery? I did not know that off the top of my head.
When
No.
I'm ready. I did it.
That seems like something that I probably have been asked on a test at some point. But no, I did not know that. That was a lot of resistances. Okay. Jesus. I should add life on it. Now I know. If they ask me on Jeopardy, give you a shout out. Yeah, I am definitely not gonna be on Jeopardy anytime soon. Hmm. 158 total elemental resistance. Jesus. That's so much. What is uncle herniation? Are you talking about your cerebellar tonsils? Oh, I don't know. I didn't get it. I'm so old.
Warm nights.
I just want to win this video game. Oh, wait. No, I've done all that. Oh yeah, now everything's unwitnessed again. Excellent. Ant herniation, much worse. Totally. Nobody wants their ant to be herniated. Cannot inflict exposure. Eh. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, those are terrible. Okay, cool. And let's see. Dunes, sure. I'll do Dunes map. Cool. Do I believe in free will? I believe in free willy too, actually. If whale needed space, so much space. Give him space, guys. So I just thought of something interesting. I wonder if there are people who just go around and inject random shit in IV bags just to see what will happen. So I think abortions should be legal for up to like 200 weeks. You know, if you've got like a 4-year-old that you're just really not vibing with, they, you know, I'm just saying. Hear me out, you know? Give it a chance. Oh, I haven't done any of this. People inject random shit in their asses. Well, I was thinking more like in a hospital, like somebody just puts random drugs in a... I mean, touche. Touche, sir. Like a nurse or something, nurse or another doctor, like goes around, you know, injecting stuff in these bags just to like see what happens to the patients.
But we must be enemies.
Remember, this was your
Canceled. Totally canceled. For 4-year abortions.
only fair.
Advocating 4-year abortions.
Death is a natural.
That one did not deserve an honorable. I must confess, I believed you to be.
Yeah, I mean, like,
so
everybody
rust.
mixes their own meds, right? Who uses them in emergency situations. The craziest thing that I witnessed in somebody's ass? Let's see. I don't know. I've seen lots of weird stuff pulled out of people's butts, man. We did that whole stream. Don't you remember? That was a classic. That's one of my that's probably my favorite stream I've ever done. Is talking about that. We had a frequent flyer who he got super creative, man. He had like dozens of gloves up there. That might be my personal favorite single incident. Like dozens of gloves. Think of the dedication. I mean, really, like he was at that for a while. Now, what in the world is going on here? Is it a fetish to see what weird shit you can stick up your ass? I'm sure it is, right? I'm sure it is. I don't know how you could explain that any other way. But yeah, dude, I've seen, like, mops, various alcohol bottles, like, you name it. People do all sorts of craziness. I did see a guy with a full vodka bottle in his ass. It was absolute, of course. There's a dildo that will lay eggs in your ass. That's... sounds complicated. You have to poop the eggs out. What? So you just, like, have these things in your butt and, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, what if you don't poop them out? Like, then you have to, like, well, you see, I had this egg-laying dildo, and I couldn't quite poop out the eggs. So, Mr. Surgeon, will you please go in after them? I think he wore each glove and then peeled them off with his rectal sphincter once at a time. Oh, yeah. One finger at a time, possibly. I mean, that sounds like what I would do. I think I would do that. If it were my... if I had my druthers. Why? I don't understand why I can't... Okay. Maybe I started another encounter or something?
Blessings.
Weird. No, I think Bing Bong's onto something here, man. That is some pretty intense sphincter dexterity, but, you know, somebody of that guy's caliber might have had the practice necessary to make that happen. This is medicine. We're very serious. 100%. GI was telling us there's a pin swallower. He's known at every ER in Philly. Yeah, this guy had been around the whole city. Like, everybody knows who he is. Being evaluated from psych and stole the pin, then refused to have it taken out, and he died when it perfed. Ugh. That's a rough way to go. Death by ass pin. Yes, the intracranial IO, that is nuts. Why would you ever do that? Why would you do that?
Just the one, though.
It's a terrible plan.
Do not.
I didn't actually know you could do that.
I'm no threat to you. But
We'll let you smoke
Give me
around
shit.
the bars for a while.
Thank you. I'm not gonna kick you out.
What if, and bear with me here.
You give me shit
You
too.
say prison cell. I hear holiday.
Watched a video of a spinal cord tumor removal. Yeah, those are awesome, dude. Neurosurgery is really cool. I mean, there's like, you have to be freaking certifiably insane to go into that surgery or that specialty just because of how, like, the demands. But, man, it is really cool. They do some awesome stuff. And not to mention, if you do spine surgery professionally, you're going to make like $1.2 million on the low end. That is also pretty cool. Know what else is really cool? Lag. I really enjoy lagging. You can shock any rhythm, but whether you should, yeah. Victor Sphincter Cone is on par with that guy. Submitting your ear ass, yeah. Ah, that'll go fine. I mean, if you're realistic about where you apply, like, I think lots of people get super caught up in applying to all these, like, high-powered, you know, East and West Coast schools. Like, dude, all you need is a freaking job. That's all you need. Mom of 9 and in neurosurgery? Jesus. Why would you do that to yourself? I mean, they're not gonna make that work, right? That is an untenable situation. Did I kill the boss here? No, I don't think so. Her 9 children range from 8 to 20. God.
One shall murder the other. A veil of safety and security.
Yeah, I don't get it, dude. Neurosurgery is daunting enough.
And fight.
I mean, I'm sure her kids, like, take care of each other, right?
Entertain me
Like,
with
they would have to.
the victor will receive a gift.
Yeah, I'm sure the older kids do. There's no way you could get through that otherwise. I mean, the neurosurgery residents at where I trained worked easily 100+ hour weeks. Every week. And since people who go into neurosurgery are fucking insane, they also worked on their vacations and stuff too. Like when I was at our children's hospital, one of the neurosurgery residents was there just to get like some extra peds experience. I mean, that's just the kind of person who goes into neurosurgery. They just live to work. You don't subject yourself to that kind of punishment without, you know, enjoying some degree of massive self-flagellation. It's just a necessary quality if you're gonna have that career. Her youngest will be in high school by the time she finishes? Yeah, exactly. 7 years. God, that sounds like such trash.
Your eyes sharp.
Yeah, they're a different breed, dude. Neurosurgeons are just a different breed. I absolutely cannot relate to any of that, in fact. Yeah. I mean, how old is she, though? She's got to be mid-40s at least, right? She's got a 20-year-old. Early to mid-40s.
When I'm ready, I'm not controlled.
So with that in mind, like, she'd be 50? She'll be 50 when she finishes her neurosurgery residency. Like, how long can you realistically even work? Like, at most, she's gonna have a 20-year career? Seven years seems like a lot until you compare it with other IM fellowships. Yes, true, but you don't work 100-hour weeks for all of those fellowships. That's the big difference. You just get your shit pushed in for 7 years with neurosurgery. Like, interventional cardiology, you might get kind of rocked at busier places. That's why you don't do either. Exactly. Exactly right. Yeah, I am sort of surprised that a program took her. I mean, you know, like, let's be real here. There is some level of discrimination that occurs, you know, sort of like in an unspoken fashion, you know, because theoretically you want to take people who are gonna, you know, have a chance of practicing in your area, like your specialty in your area, and the chances of that for somebody who's like older and established are much lower. Ow! Heal, damn it!
Wait, let me think.
She's 41 now. Okay, so she'll be 48. It's
My
awful,
family
dude.
name was once.
I'm going to kill you, Giannis. Just not
Planned to go straight to med school, then decided to have a family. A very large family, as it turns out.
to your. Be careful.
I'd planned to go straight to med school, and then I had 9 children. What? Okay. Just a typical change of course. Happens to everyone. Yeah, LDS is like kind of extremist Mormon though, right? Or no, LD, that's, what am I thinking of? Loma Linda. What is that? First Day Adventist? Or Seventh Day Adventist, or whatever they are. Oh, it's Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, see, I've got all my weird religious sects all fucked up. I feel terrible. Cancel me some more. Yeah, Church of Latter-day Saints is, yeah, those Mormons. Correct. Extreme Mormon would be a good sitcom title. I love it.
Death is simply the way of this land. You've made your show of force, Savage.
I choose.
Give me your shit. Hey, good gosh darn, what's up, dude? Yeah, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well also. Hopefully life is treating you well. Good to see you, man. No caffeine. Oh yeah, with the Mormons. Dude, I love, one of my favorite things to think about is all of the weird shit that like Mormon college students do to try to like convince themselves that they aren't having sex with each other. Have you have you guys heard of these things? Like they'll basically like lay on top of each other and then have like a friend shake their bed or something. There's so much like weird mental gymnastics that go into them, like, no, it's totally fine. Jesus still loves me, even though we're doing this thing. This is totally cool. The Bible says so. You can absolutely have your friend jump on the bed while you're laying on somebody else, and it's not sex at all. I promise. It's just fact. Soaking, yes. Soaking. God is like a velociraptor? Uh-oh. What's the punchline for this? Holy shit. I'm looking forward to that one. I would want to watch someone soak. I would give it a watch. I would, just out of curiosity, I want to see how that goes. Wait, I messed up. Can't see it if he doesn't see you moving. Oh, that's good. I like it. Huh, that has a lot of really high-level stuff on it. Okay, cool. I dig. What's that? Yeah, all of that stuff is hilarious to me. I get a really good laugh out of the weird twisted shit that happens at BYU in particular.
Hello.
Oh yeah, all the Mormons I know are like exceptionally nice people. Oh, why am I selling that? God doesn't have object permanence. You can't see the bean, it doesn't exist. That is high quality as well. God damn it. There you go. I don't think that's worth a divine, but I'll put it up for... I don't know. 80 chaos. See if somebody wants it for that. That's what you use the psych part of your degree for. That's, I mean, seems like a degree well earned, sir. I think you've chosen well. Need to make some sub emotes? Yeah. I thought about doing that a while back. I think Cockroach Princess requested that I do that, and I like kind of like scratched the surface and couldn't figure it out, like how to do it reliably, and I was just like, nah, fuck it. You're sick of looking at embryology? Well then stop, because it is totally useless to you. Embryology is a giant waste of time, in my opinion. You got me. Oh, we got a fucking emote master in chat. I love it. Yeah, you guys should all know by now that my MO is bare minimum everything. Says that Psych uses embryology? I mean, in the sense that embryos turn into people, sure. Would away rotation PDs be impressed if you could do ultrasound? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great skill to have. Can you do ultrasound well? That's sort of an unusual thing for med students to be able to do. You're learning? How are you learning? Oh no! I got blowed up! Son of a bitch! Write you a prescription to buy a butterfly? Is it gonna be your support animal? Your emotional support butterfly? I would totally do that. I would 100% write somebody a prescription for an emotional support butterfly. That sounds fucking awesome. Clinic teaches you? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, ultrasound's a really nice thing to have. Oh, an ultrasound? I don't know what a butterfly ultrasound is. Is that one of the, like, handheld ones? Those are super cool, if that's what you mean. One of my attendings in residency had one of those. And he just like carried around, like, dude, he was one of the heart guys, and he just carried around and doing echoes on everybody, which was super cool. Fuck. You teach an ultrasound clinic at your school? Look at you, fancy pants! Holy shit! Well, you will be set up very well for regional then. You'll already know everything. That's like the hardest part of doing regional blocks, is learning all the, like, you know, structures and stuff that you're looking for and what they look like. Because, like, ultrasound just looks like, you know, a massive weird nonsense to anybody who's not, like, accustomed to looking at it. Really only used for vascular access? Yeah, well, I mean, that's good. But, I mean, if you're doing anesthesia, you're doing selective regional nerve blocks like all the frickin' time. And if you already know how to use ultrasound pretty skillfully, that's gonna make your life a lot easier in residency when they're like, hey, okay, well, we've got these 20 cases today that require nerve blocks. Hey, regional guy, why don't you go take care of that? And then you gulp and you're like, oh fuck, well, I'm not gonna leave here till 7 p.m., but that sounds great, let's go. Whoa, the Chaos Rain does not like me. It does not like me. Definitely need more Chaos Resistance, Jesus Christ. I like Regional too. Regional is really slick. So for those of you who don't know what regional anesthesia is, it's basically where you just highlight like a nerve or group of nerves and put a bunch of numbing medicine next to them. That's it. Most of the time it's super easy to do. Like you can do surgeries with nerve blocks, no problem. What if you learned hella ultrasound this summer? Well, then you will be very useful to your coworkers. For reals. Sure, I'll itemize that tab. Why not? Anything gadgety you like? Anesthesia's gadgety? Yeah, it is, for sure. Yeah, especially pain medicine. Man, if you choose to go into pain medicine, they've got all sorts of weird shit. All the different, like, pain pumps and stimulators and blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is where I met my untimely demise earlier.
When I'm ready and not before.
Let's see here. Will this open? No. Shit. Which one did I miss? Oh, that one down there. Of course, the one that's farthest away. That's perfect. Yeah, I actually kind of would like to get one of those. The butterfly, I guess they're called. The handheld ultrasound thing, but I think they're like $8,000. That's a pretty soft use of $8 grand at this point in my life. Especially when, like, anytime I actually need an ultrasound, there's one available. Yeah, that's definitely a, like, single guy kind of purchase. Where you're like, I don't have a family to pay for. $8,000 isn't that bad. But yeah, my I totally don't let my wife and friends come to work and use our ultrasounds. I do not do that, absolutely. Because that would be an improper use of medical devices. They're $2,500 now? Okay, well, last time I looked, they were way more expensive. That's good to know, though, actually. Let's see. Yeah, rear armor, why not? Oh, bitch came out swinging. Jesus. Oh, there's a subscription to use it too? Great. Perfect. Yeah, why wouldn't there be a subscription to use an ultrasound? Fucking ultrasound machine. Why do you need a subscription for that? Yeah, that is terrible. Bitching at people on TikTok. That's always a good pastime. I enjoy doing that. Oh, I forgot the safe house. Shit. Okay. Safe house. Let's go kill some weird death cult people. That'll do. You pitch at anyone that uses SVT. One of those idealists I see. Just tell them to poop real hard and they'll be fine. It's usually what I do. Have you tried pooping? Maybe that would help. Let's see. Syndicate, safe house. Nope, show the investigation. I want to kill these guys. Sinus attack is SVT. Yeah, I mean it is, right? Like, by definition. Valsalva cures all. It does, man. Satisfaction guaranteed. And propofol. Propofol also helps. Yeah, I made one of my attendings who just absolutely did not like me, and the feeling was mutual for whatever that's worth. He's like one of the many things that he, you know, focused on academically was like regional blocks, and he was asking us how we'd like, you know, rescue a nerve block that failed. It was like a partially working nerve block. Like, what would you do? What additional nerve block would you need to perform to make this work? Like, that's all great and stuff, but in real life, you're like, oh, my nerve block's not working. Okay, let's go to sleep. Like, there's no dicking around in the OR trying to figure out like if you can do this additional nerve block to, you know, keep the patient awake. That doesn't fucking happen. You put him to sleep, and you move on with your life. You don't tell the surgeon, hey, wait 5 minutes for me to do this nerve block, and then wait another, like, 15 for it to set up. And then maybe we can proceed with the surgery as planned. Nah. Nope. You say, well, fuck, sorry. I'm sorry, your nerve block didn't work. Good night. But I suggested that in not so many words during one of our anatomy sessions, and he was not amused. Modify a breach stone? Yeah, I don't care enough to do that. Alright.
Thanks to your hard
Yep. My hard work, I'm working all the time. Yeah, I am very glad to not be involved in academics anymore. What a terrible place.
Hello.
It's amazing how much, like, all of you guys who are in med school right now, like, I know you're learning all of these, you know, random facts and stuff. Most of it is not very useful. I mean, I'm sure you know that. But it doesn't stop there. Like, residency has plenty of just, like, stupid academic nonsense that you have to know for tests, but doesn't actually matter at all. Like, for anesthesia, that's the, like, you know, selective nerve block stuff is one of them. Where it's like, what can you do to rescue this block? Well, you can fucking put your patient to sleep. That's what you can do. But there's also all sorts of, like, you know, gas equations and, you know, figuring out if this person has, like, you know, some sort of shunt in their lungs because of how quickly gas is absorbing, and what sort of cardiac conditions will, you know, make their gas absorb faster or slower, and, like, clinically speaking, like, all the stuff with the gas, like, is your patient asleep or not? Like, if not, you wait a little bit and you give them more gas. Are they asleep? Okay, well then you're probably good. What are my thoughts on that? I don't know. I will let you know after I kill a bunch of bandits.
This is a place of sanctuary, one which I cannot allow you to defile. Logistics is the key to any crusade.
Be dying to slap each other around a bit.
I thought God was working for me.
Excellent. Give me that. Get in prison, foo.
As long as it talks.
Yeah, Boyle's Law is one of them, actually, but I'm talking more about, like, things that, tell you specifically how, like, gas is absorbed from your lungs. Driftwood wand, really? Okay. Can you give gaseous anesthetics in a hyperbaric chamber? Yeah, for sure. Assuming that that's a possibility. The problem with hyperbaric chambers... So here's the thing about hyperbaric chambers. The people who need them and will benefit from them are not stable enough to be in them. So... yeah. kind of a bummer. Like, they work, but only when you're in, like, super dire straits. Nitrogen bubbles, yes. Absolutely.
Your eyes sharp. Exile?
That, like, if you're in such bad condition that you really need pressurized oxygen to get into your cells, like your oxygen delivery is that bad, you're pretty much on the way out to begin with. Let's see. What do I think about this? Oh, shit, can't open it from that. There we go. Pure oxygen ventilation during anesthesia does not result in increased post-operative respiratory morbidity, but decreases surgical site infection. Huh. Yeah. So, my understanding is that the trend away from 100% oxygen during surgeries is based on the notion that people will get some sort of like oxidative cellular damage, but it's systemic, not necessarily lung based. So like you increase oxidative stress on their body in general and basically sort of like paradoxically impair oxygen delivery long term when you run 100% oxygen. But I mean, I think realistically for most people who are having, you know, 4-hour or less surgeries and then won't subsequently be on 100% oxygen, I think it's probably not really that big of a deal either way. As it may lead to development of atelectasis? Yeah. I guess that's... yeah. Not sure why it would... Is that like diffusion hypoxia, I guess? Like, oxygen diffuses more readily than nitrogen, and... Seen a lot of cases done on 100% O2. Yeah, I mean, it's... sometimes that's kind of a provider preference thing. I would say most of our hearts we do on 100% oxygen. Wait, what? In 96, it was changed from 30% oxygen and 70% nitrous oxide to 100% oxygen? What? I mean, yeah, I'd say the abandonment of nitrous has a lot more to do with this than anything, honestly. Since COVID, you've been using Venturi masks a lot more now? There are a lot of people who have chronic lung damage from COVID. It's kind of crazy. Like, I've seen multiple people who are, you know, maybe not the healthiest to begin with, but certainly not, like, massively unhealthy. And they have, like, new oxygen requirements after COVID. I mean, like, younger people, like, people who are, like, in their 40s. Let's see. Results. Okay, here. Lost my place. Decreased incident of post-operative hypoxic events. Yeah, I mean, this is most likely... I bet you more of this is because of nitrous going away than it is anything else. Because nitrous diffuses really freely. And can, like, theoretically cause some atelectasis and, like, diffusion hypoxia and stuff. So diffusion hypoxia, in case I've used that term a couple times, basically that's when gases that are less soluble... Is it less soluble? Yeah, less soluble than oxygen diffuse into your lungs, and basically, so you have like X amount of oxygen and then like Y amount of whatever substance comes in. And so now instead of 100% oxygen, you have, you know, whatever X over Y is. So that's it's less oxygen, right? So that's diffusion hypoxia in a nutshell. That's like, it's sort of one of those things that has like limited clinical relevance. That might be like an acute issue if you take somebody from like a large amount of nitrous to 100% oxygen like immediately, and then or to like air immediately, and then all of that nitrous like comes off, and you know, you might have like an acute drop in oxygen saturation or oxygen delivery, I guess I should say. But yeah, it doesn't really last very long. Assuming that's even a thing that matters clinically. That'll work. Am I mostly mixing air NO2? Yeah. I would say we're probably 50-50 air NO2, so that'd be, what, 60-ish%. It's just kind of one of those, like, sloppy, this is what we're doing. Like, 1 liter oxygen, 1 liter air. Talk about work when I'm trying not to do work? Oh, that's not, I don't give a shit. I enjoy talking about medicine. I wouldn't do it in my time off if I didn't. And it is kind of interesting to hear how, like, different, you know, places practice differently. Like what the norms are in other areas. Some of that stuff is like hospital to hospital, some of it's regional. You know, it's all like, it's kind of all over the place. Ooh, what's that? Necropolis map. All right. Well, there's a lot going on right now. Yeah. What the fuck? Jesus. He just like reached out and bitch slapped me. That son of a bitch. But yeah, there's sort of this, like the gas that we used to keep people asleep, for anybody who doesn't know, is sevoflurane. And there's sort of this, like, apocryphal notion that, like in rabbits, I believe, is what they studied. Rabbits or mice or something, whatever the animal test population was, sevoflurane at very low gas flows, like, so not a whole lot of, like, so the percentage of oxygen was normal, but the amount was low. So at low flows, it caused kidney damage, and so the, like, package insert says always use, like, at least 2 liters of oxygen at all times, so everybody does that, even though there's not actually any evidence that it causes kidney damage in humans. So, that's just kind of something that happens. Even though in theory, There are a lot of people who get this like huge academia boner for something called closed circuit anesthesia, which is basically running like the ultimate low gas flow anesthesia. And it's, I mean, it's purely like a cost saving thing, and I don't think there's any like functional benefit to doing this as far as I can tell. But your body oxygen demand, well, specifically your brain oxygen demand, is about 3 mils of oxygen per minute per kilo. So, you know, if an average adult human is, you know, 80 kilos, that's like 250-ish mils of oxygen per minute. So if you run 250 mils of oxygen per minute, in theory, you are keeping somebody at their like oxygen consumption steady state, and you're using way less gas. You're, you know, like polluting the operating room with less gas, and everybody's happy. And there are like people who go way out of their way to be like super good at doing this and make all these like calculations and stuff. And like the reality is that just doesn't really fucking matter. It's just totally unimportant. It's kind of a like cool thing to do just to say you've done it, but it makes 0 difference. And it's just a real pain in the ass to do, and you run the risk of giving your patient hypoxic gas mixtures. Like, I just don't understand why you would, like, I don't see the motivation there. Like, the upside is you save the hospital like a little bit of money, maybe. And the downside is, you know, you give somebody brain damage, so I don't know that that's really that good of an idea. Whoa, that's a lot of loud noises there. Ow. What the fuck? What is killing me? Oh my god, what is killing me? Alright, back over here I go to get my maps that I was dying to get, literally dying to get. How do I make a traditional Italian red sauce? God damn it, how many times are you gonna ask me that? We talked about that last time, remember? Come on, man. Come on. All fresh ingredients, though. That's the key. Yes, tomato. Less pollution is a push from ASA? Yeah, I don't really pay attention to that. You're heading out? Oh yeah, I'm heading out pretty soon too, man. But thank you for coming, I appreciate it. I'll see you Sunday? Yeah, Sunday's the next one. From Italy, can confirm tomato. Perfect. We have an expert in our midst. I'm from Italy, can't confirm tomato. Awesome. I was sweating that one out. Gonna go download your free copy of Path of Exile? Awesome. Dude, I really hope you enjoy it.
When I'm ready and not before.
And because you watch so much of my stream, remember, it is in fact free. Offer code milk. Yeah, just type that in. They'll totally recognize that as something official. Super official and important. And awesome in every way. Please die. Why are you alive? You should die. There you go. Where's your Path of Exile? Well, I guess you just haven't watched enough of my stream yet. You're not important to get it. Important enough to get it. But that's okay. You can work on it. I have faith in you. Your team won last month. Awesome. Alright, I need to go to sleep. Thank you guys very much for coming out. I hope you had a great time. I did. Good to be back. I'm not waiting. No. Night Gucci. Yeah, it's a good time. So yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm Milkman Al. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Come on in. Come hang out. That's where we're spitting stupid ideas back and forth most of the week when I'm not streaming, so... Just had a really quick question. Well, you're in Discord. You can do it there. Silly pants. Everybody, you have a great week. Who's my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Michelangelo. Cowabunga, dude. Have a great night.